Greetings and welcome to another Call of Duty League recap video. As always, I'm your host, Z-Hack, and this past weekend was the final quote-unquote home series before champs in the Call of Duty League, and it was hosted by the Toronto Ultra, who became the third team this season to win their respective home series. Congrats to them, and Maven had a special celebration in mind for these guys that we'll take a look at to end the video, but for now, let's jump into these matches. The top 4 teams in the CDL standings were present for this tournament, so the firepower was guaranteed to be there, and these teams didn't disappoint. It all started on Friday with a matchup between the Mutineers and Dallas Empire, where Florida got off to a scorching start, taking hardpoint 250 to 127, and then steamrolling the Empire 6-1 in S&D on Arklov Peak. And then the wheels fell off the bus as Dallas did a full 180 and took the next 3 maps to complete the reverse sweep. As for the other 3 Friday matches, the Atlanta FaZe made things look easy AF in a decisive 3-0 victory over the Minnesota Rocker, despite having to pull off an insane 82-point hardpoint comeback in the first map on Ramaza. Following map 1, it was smooth sailing for Atlanta, being led by the SMG duo Simp and Abizi, who went a combined 18-8 in S&D and 43-33 in domination. Moving forward, the fan favorite Chicago Huntsmen took on the last place Seattle Surge, and it was a shaky start to the Huntsmen's weekend, dropping the first hardpoint 250 to 201, but despite that map 1 defeat, Seattle couldn't get into a groove, and the Huntsmen took the next 3 maps to secure a 3-1 victory in their first matchup of the weekend. The final match slated for Friday was between the eventual tournament champion Toronto Ultra and a team who shocked many with their weekend's performance, Optic Gaming Los Angeles. In this series, all 5 maps were necessary, and it started with a 250 to 182 Ramaza hardpoint victory for the Ultra, followed by a search and destroy that is one for the books. Ultra's Cammy and Optic's Draza went absolutely mental on Piccadilly's search, matching each other kill for kill, both finishing the map 17-6, but ultimately it was Cammy's support that prevailed as the Ultra narrowly took the win 6-4. Optic bounced back by winning the next 2 respawns, but as we all know, Search and Destroy wins championships, and Toronto was simply the better team to take St. Petrograd 6-4 and win their first match of the weekend. After a good night's sleep and some game fuel to start the morning, it was time for more Call of Duty. Starting in Group A, the Ultra looked to continue their weekend run against the Huntsmen, and controversy would arise for the second straight week when it comes to online COD. The Huntsmen go up 2-0 in the series after a close hardpoint and a round 11 S&D win, but Toronto would bounce back and win the domination. The 4th map is where the controversy comes in, as Huntsman player Pristini lags out while the score is 72-27. But as we saw with the Surge last week, a replay will not be granted according to league rules. Following this scenario, the Huntsmen couldn't regain and would be sent to a knockout match where they met up with Optic as OGLA defeated the Seattle Surge and would also end the Huntsmen weekend in 3-0 fashion. Moving to the other portion of the bracket in Group B, the stage was set for 2 powerhouse teams in the CDL as the Dallas Empire and Atlanta FaZe competed for a spot in the semifinals. Despite the hype surrounding this match, FaZe win 3 straight maps on Gunrunner and send Dallas to a knockout match, and with the victory over the Empire, FaZe is now 5-1 against Dallas on the season. The Empire were not forced to wait long to know who their opponent would be for the knockout match, as the Mutineers defeated the Rocker 3 maps to 1, and we were now set for a rematch from Friday as Dallas and Florida would battle for the final spot in the semis. On Friday, it took 5 maps between these 2 in order to decide a winner, but on Saturday, the Empire only needed 3. Led by Shotzi's 1.32 KD in the series, Dallas would cruise to a 3-0 lead and earn themselves a spot in Championship Sunday. Now we are all set for Sunday Fun Day, and fun would be an understatement when talking about the end of this final home series. The day started with the Ultra against the Empire, and despite a 3-1 series victory for Toronto, this series could have gone either way. It started off with a hardpoint that went down to the wire on Gunrunner. Toronto held a lead for a majority of this map, but Dallas fought their way back. Eventually, it was all down to the rotation to mine cars, which Dallas won, but Chef Zin and the boys ultimately break through and claim the last 3 seconds they needed to win this map. St. Petrograd S&D was up next, and it was back and forth throughout the entirety of the series, and we went to round 11, the most exciting thing in esports, and Toronto played it perfect. They opened up with a first blood and had the numbers advantage for the rest of the round to eventually go up 2-0 in the series. And after 2 tight maps, the domination was a different story as performances from Shotzi and Illy led the Empire to a decisive win. The duo combined for 57 kills in the Empire's 73-point blowout, and they carried this momentum to map 4 but could not close out the St. Petro hardpoint. Final score of 250 to 244 awarded Ultra the victory as they closed it out with a smooth rotation to P1. In the second semifinals matchup, the Atlanta FaZe asserted their dominance and absolutely smoked OGLA with a clean sweep. St. Petrograd felt like home for FaZe in this series as they took 3 straight in a series where Simp took over on maps 2 and 3 with a 12-kill search and destroy performance and a map-high 24 kills in domination. So the stage is now set. The Atlanta FaZe, who have been great all season long, versus the Toronto Ultra looking to win their own home series. It all started on Gunrunner with a hardpoint match that went back and forth throughout its entirety, and it came down to FaZe winning the rotation to the munition depot, but an even better break was successfully completed by the Ultra to take map 1 250 to 247. Arklov S&D was a different story, however, as FaZe steamrolled Ultra with a 6-0 clean sweep, led by performances from Abizi and Celium, who combined for 17 kills. Following this, teams had some time to regain for domination, which brought us back to Gunrunner for another close game. 8 points was the difference in this map, and it ended in favor of the Ultra to take a 2-1 series lead. Kleenex and Methods played out of their minds in this domination, both eclipsing a 1.6 KD on the map. The second hardpoint on St. Petro was not as close as FaZe ran away with a 100+ point victory backed by all players except Simp dropping 20+ kills. It all comes down to this. Map 5, Search and Destroy on St. Petrograd to decide the final home series victor of the season. This turned out to be an incredible chess match between the two organizations as they traded punches and went round for round with one another. It all came down to a round 11 where Chef Zinni had some cooking to do, and Maven, Joe, take it away.
Here we go! Ultra! FaZe! Who is gonna go big in this final round? Ultra on offense, FaZe on defense. What look is it gonna be from Ultra?
Well, it's going to be smokes over towards A, maybe to drag some presence there, and then it's going to be fast. It's fast up the middle. It's fast B. This has been one of their go-tos. Will FaZe be ready for it? I don't think so. The middle is wide open. Major Maniac, he's trying to stay alive. And, well, he had some help from one player in Priesta who played all the way back. They find first blood.
Methods, though, brings it back to a 4 versus 4, and they still have bomb in a safe position. This classic, well... The comms have got to be wild for Ultra. Now, how do we want to play this? Because look at the defense. You've got a 4-on-2 at both sites. Now, obviously, they don't know the exact positions of FaZe, but if they pick and they hit, they've got the numbers. Cammy.
You see Simp trying to rotate back and forth. Major Maniac as well popping dead sides. They're very worried about their mid-street.
Priesta, numbers to FaZe again. 20 seconds to go. You've got to be decisive here if you're Ultra. You've got to find an opening. Kleenex has a massive gunfight here, and he's able to win it. Abizi's going to get dropped. The dead silence is going to reset now for Kleenex. 3 versus 3. Bomb getting planted. Rallying over is going to be FaZe, and now they've got to make the retake happen. 3 versus 3. Kleenex is able to get away with his life. Methods with his second kill of the round. It's down to Major Maniac and Priesta to come up with the clutch. Major Maniac's tagged up. Priesta makes it a 2 versus 2. Can they find the opening?
Got 3 on the round. Priest has got 3 on the round. What else can he find? 25 seconds, 7.5 seconds to defuse.
Here goes Major Maniac. It's Kleenex to deal with. He finds the opening. It's 1v1. It's 1v1 and Methods clutches again. He goes huge for Ultra and they get their first home series victory.
Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in to another Call of Duty League recap video. Make sure you hit the like button down below, subscribe to stay up to date on the channel, and comment for what videos you want to see next when it comes to the Call of Duty League. I'll be doing a champs prediction bracket fill out for my next video, so make sure you turn notifications on as well so you get the update when that goes live. As for this video, we're going to call it, and there's no better way to send us off than watching Maven get doused in some fake keto maple syrup that he got from Cat. Thanks so much, everyone, for watching. See you next time. Peace.
Committed. It smells horrible.
Yeah. You're actually gonna do this.
Oh, Joe! It tastes horrible, Joe!